Hey y'all, it's me Amore. Welcome back. And today we're going to talk about my postpartum experience. Now, most of the time when you hear postpartum, you're thinking about it in a negative way, like, oh, postpartum depression. But really, postpartum means the time after you've given birth. Many times in the media or what you hear will associate it with the depression part, but I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm talking about my experience after giving birth. I gave birth in July, hot July, because I was in the South. I am originally from the West, but I was in the South, so I gave birth in the South. Gave birth in July, and I'm also going to do my birth story because that's a doozy as well. But sticking to the script. Now, my first doctor's appointment was 2 full weeks after I had given birth. So I gave birth on a Tuesday, and my postpartum first appointment for myself was 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. The start of the 3 weeks after birth. So it was on a Monday morning. Some things happened between the time that I gave birth and that appointment, which included escape, hiding, and fleeing. So you can imagine. So I ended up missing that first appointment. So I ended up missing that first appointment. Baby didn't get seen. I didn't get seen. And again, that was the start of 3 weeks after giving birth. The baby, I do remember my baby, I did ended up taking her to get seen. So she got measured and on all of those very initial procedures. We did go to a clinic to do that. So I do remember that. And I think that was about a week or so. So I take that back. My baby was seen. I was not. So my appointment was missed. That was 3 weeks. We fast forward to 10 months after giving birth, which was the first time that I stepped foot in a doctor's office to be seen myself. Was it 10 months or a year? It was between 10 months and a year. I can't even really pinpoint it because it was it was so long, and it was so long ago. So I did not end up seeing a doctor for some months. And for anybody who's given birth or is pregnant or, you know, has witnessed the experience, you know that's not safe. Because you have to be seen, you have to be checked. I mean, birth is a major, and we downplay this in society, it is a major surgery, it is a major procedure. I did not have a C-section. I had a vaginal birth by the grace of God at the very last minute, because I tell you, the doctor was suited and booted, ready to cut on me. Okay, that's how serious it was. I did not end up seeing a doctor to that time, and it was not specifically for anything postpartum, because by then you're like, honey, your baby is about to be walking. Like, so I actually went in because I had an infection that I needed to be addressed. So it wasn't even specifically for it wasn't even specifically for you know, what I really needed to be seen for, but it involved a pap smear, and so that kind of served as something, you know. And I don't really even know, I still to this day don't know what happens at that first appointment after you give birth. I don't know what specifically they check for. I don't know what they do. I don't know, because I never had one. What I did during that time, all I had was vaginal steaming. This just so happened to pop up during this course of time, and as mentioned before, I was familiar with child vaginal steaming, V-steam, whatever you want to call it, prior to, because I had done it while I was living in Korea. So I was familiar with what it was, but I wasn't as informed of what it could do and what it could be used for until that time. All I had was vaginal steaming, all I had was my herbs, and that's what I used because that was what was available to me at that time. As time progresses, I'm learning that multiple cultures do this as a practice, as a normal practice for the women in their communities. Some people build beds and the women can't get out of the beds for a certain number of weeks. I mean, you're supposed to lay there and the steam and the herbs are supposed to help to build you back up because you lose a lot. Your body, I mean, this is a total shift giving birth. So all I had was vaginal steaming. In terms of the mental postpartum depression part, I did not have postpartum depression. I had PTSD from what I had experienced. It wasn't something that was brought on by the birth or the hormones or none of that. It was humans, okay? Or human. So I was trying to work through that, but it wasn't postpartum depression. I was fine. My pregnancy actually was, I mean, top notch. It was A1. My baby was so, to this day, I'm like, my baby was so perfect because I put a lot of stress on my body. I worked for the entire 9 months as a server bartender. The whole 9 months as a server bartender in a two very high value places. And the first place was small, but the second place was big, so I had to mash. And mind you, again, I gave birth in July, which means 6 full months, and 4 of those months are hot, or 3 of those months are hot. I put my body through a lot. My body, you know, held up great. I'm still amazed at how well things went and how well things have turned out and still are. You know, I go easy on myself with the weight that I've gained. It is what it is. It's gonna come off at some point. But I mean, food is good. You know, women are often very hard on ourselves, especially during the postpartum period, and in the society with all its theatrics and ratchetivity does not help. Yeah, that was pretty much what I experienced postpartum. So yeah, I wanted to share because, you know, and it's not necessarily a push for vaginal steaming, but it is a push for vaginal steaming. I mean, vaginal steaming is what sustained my womb health, my vaginal health. That's it. I didn't have nothing else. I just wanted to share this with y'all. You know, it is a channel for single moms. I'm sure there are other moms out there who have experienced something similar. Unfortunately, you know, life has its way and things happen, and so wanted to get this out there, share. Let me know how your postpartum experience went. Leave it in the comments. Let me know. If you are pregnant, about to give birth, I send many blessings to you. Please enjoy that first year. All the advice that I got of enjoy it. I should have enjoyed it more, although I have so many pictures and so many videos, it goes by like, you know, enjoy that. Congratulations. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.